Hi there, welcome back to Farming North, a beginner's guide. Before we get into part 2 of the alpaca farm, I wanted to mention a few things. The first thing is that in my book, one of the farmers, after telling a fantastic farming story, ended up saying, the best part of farming has been working alongside my kids. And Renee probably would say the same thing. She had her daughters and her granddaughters helping her there on shearing day. So it's very neat how farmers like to farm with their kids. It's a great bonding experience. The second thing I wanted to say is you remember seeing Lorraine, and her husband Bob was the one blowing the fiber before it was sheared. So that couple lives actually not too far away, and they have invited me to go and see what she does, how she takes the fiber and spins it into yarn. So that'll be a very good experience, so stay tuned for that. I don't think she's going to do it within the week or two, but soon. The third thing is you'll notice that Renee kept the male alpacas separate from the females. The one side of the barn, in fact, was the girl's side. And she does that because she's not breeding them. She's got 42 and she wants to hold that. But that's not to say they can't be bred. I have been online and seen alpaca ranches, like huge ranches, where there are like hundreds of alpacas running in the fields. They're herd animals. You cannot have one alpaca, apparently. You can't have two either. You have to have 3 or more because they like being with others, not plural. So that's interesting. And the fourth thing I wanted to say is thank you to Renee. We sure appreciated coming out. Thanks for your hospitality. So here we go now with part 2. And it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to get out there unless I go all the way around. So we can see already that they're not in the yard. This is their time it's a big day. They're all in the barn, all 42 apparently, because this is where they hang out on sunny days like today normally. You see this big heavy fence here? All right, so you can see this is their yard. So they eat pellets, and apparently they don't eat a lot. They eat 1.5% of their body weight a day, which is pretty light on food. And also, they put their dung, they go poop in piles. You can see a pile of it over there, and it's very good for soil. And it also, they put it in piles, which is very nice because you can actually collect it and put it in your garden or whatever. It's very neat. Like I said, a lot of people say that these guys are very easy to farm. Let's check. I was here earlier last summer, and I saw them go through the gate right here. You see that gate? And they go into this little valley, and then they run all the way to a little path that you can see down there close to the road. There's a little path that they can go over and access that part of their pasture. So I'm not an expert at estimating acreage, but I would say they have access to maybe not even 5 acres of land, and they love it. I've seen how happy they are. They just gallop around, and it's actually quite beautiful here. But as I say, it's a late spring. It's April 12th, and there's still a lot of melting to do, and Mother Nature has not started growing grass yet. He was telling me yesterday, by the way, I'm standing beside these big bales of hay. She was saying that at one point the several llamas were losing weight, and she wondered why, and it was the quality of the hay. It's very important. You see how green this is? It's very good quality hay. And of course that straw, that's just for bedding. But they eat pellets. And I imagine these are the feed, the pellet bags of pellet food. You see? And I haven't actually seen it. And she feeds it to them in little troughs. And I'll show you a trough. She showed me yesterday. You see those troughs over there? That's where she puts the pellets. Hi there. Hi there. You're just watching me, eh? Yeah. I know. Okay, and there's the water pails. And that is all, you know, hay, pellets, and water. And they're good. Hi, are you peeking out under that fence? Really? Okay, and he's all squished. Gently, of course. Hi there. I wonder if it's a coincidence that they're all doing the white guys first.
Bigger. Yeah, that's a big one.
This one's big, yeah. See, he's not terrified or anything. He's good with it. She's got a microchip reader, and that's how she determines the name of this fellow. Like yesterday, when I was here, Renee was able to tell me the names of most, but not all of these 42 alpacas. Well, that would be about 1 year's worth of toenails. This gentleman is doing all the toenails as they get up on the table. It takes a bit of strength to get through that.
They're thicker than normal.
Yeah. Must be getting good nutrition or something.
Yeah, this is a big animal.
So, is this the only stop for shearing of these alpacas that you'll be doing this year? Or do you have your own alpacas? Or
Yeah, we've got only 9 of our own.
Okay.
And then we do Bob and Lorraine's too.
Okay, how many do they have?
How many you got, Bob, for alpaca? 9. They got 9 as well. So,
9.
Yeah. So 9 we can get done in a day easy.
Yeah.
We'll try to do for like 13 or 14.
A day.
A day here, yeah.
Yeah.
So, takes a couple of days, but yeah.
Awesome.
Yep.
Hi. Hi. So that gentleman said I could come over here and get a kiss from the little one.
Yeah, there's one right here. She used to come from a petting zoo before.
Oh, really?
So this one she's really friendly.
This particular
Yeah.
one?
Yeah, so
Hi.
she came from a petting zoo
Oh,
before,
my
yeah.
goodness. Hi, do you want to come over here and see us? That would be really nice. I think they'd really like to be outside.
Yeah, they prefer it out in the sun and in the...
I know.
Yeah.
It's getting nice out there. It's quite a few different colors. And that one is multicolored.
Yeah, there's a couple multicolored one, and then
Yeah.
she has like blue eyes with like the square like
Oh,
her
you're
pupil.
kidding.
Um,
Isn't that like a goat?
It's still an alpaca, but it just means that it's either a sign of like death when her eyes are like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there is a blind one, isn't there?
Yeah.
There is one with one blind eye.
Yeah, that's one of the boys in there.
Yeah.
And then she can't hear. the one with the blue eyes.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Interesting.
And then that one right here, she likes to come close.
Hi, sweetie.
Hey, kitty cat.
Wow.
Yeah, she likes giving kisses.
Yes. Very nice. Have you ever been bitten by one?
No,
No?
no,
They don't
never.
bite?
No,
You
they're
don't
mostly
think they
friendly.
bite?
More,
No.
Mostly their mechanism to like stay away is their neck.
Yeah.
So they don't really bite.
No.
Do you know the name of this particular
This
alpaca?
one is Sarika.
Seneca.
Sarika.
Oh, Sarika.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Oh, that's a very, very beautiful name. Whew. I noticed they're doing white ones first. Is there a certain reason for that?
Yeah, so they do the white ones first because once like the fur comes with the brown one or the darker ones,
Yeah.
it's a lot harder to like remove them than from brown to white. So they always do the white ones first.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's time for another needle. There she goes. Is that a vaccine?
One is a vaccine, and the other one is to prevent any bites or mites.
Oh, I see.
So the vaccine is Averment. And this is for the bites, and the other one's got to be kept on ice all the time.
I see.
This is the one, and it's called Avermec.
Okay.
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah. Transvac.
Okay. I'm sure my dogs have that too.
Yeah, it's similar to the.
It's for ticks and anything that's out there that might bite them. correct?
Exactament.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactement.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's some farm who gives they give it as prevention as well, once a month.
Yeah.
And but we do once a year, or if they need it.
Okay.
White is so beautiful.
You like the white?
Oh yeah. Well, the most actually is more versatile because you can dye it.
Right. You can make blues and pinks with it.
Yes, yes. As when I got black, so and they're pure black.
Alpacas.
Yeah.
Pure black alpacas.
Yes, yes, yes.
Very
And
interesting.
the other one is brown.
Yeah.
So it's
I was doing some reading about alpacas, and apparently there's 22 different colors.
exactly.
Isn't that
Exactly.
amazing?
But there's some milk they're gonna dye it
Yes, for sure. So
as
you're basically rolling up this blanket now,
Yeah.
aren't you?
Yeah. At the same time, we're checking if there's other boo-boos underneath, like second cut or something we didn't see.
and it's easier to spin
Right,
the white one.
right. Okay, so here's Lorraine. Lorraine she does the second step of alpaca wool. So she's going to take some of, you see these bags now? We got 3 bags of white. She likes white. Why do you like white, Lorraine?
Well, white is more versatile because you can dye it.
Yeah.
As spinning wise, it's easier to spin white, believe it or not, than black. The texture is not the same.
Wow.
It's it's very different. I've been spinning this 15 years, and the white. I started with the white. The white is a lot easier.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the first step when you take a blanket home?
The first step is going to be going into a drum.
Okay.
Okay, because every hair has got guard hair. So you want to take away more of the center. See, this is guard hair.
What's
You want
it called?
guard hair.
Guard hair.
Yeah. I don't know.
I've heard of that actually.
And
So
see,
you
it's
take-
straight.
Yes, it's straight. You don't want that.
Not so you're gonna try to put it in a drum and take away as much guard hair. So because the guard hair is not as soft and it doesn't have the same texture, and so your final product won't be as soft.
Okay.
So that's the drum. And after the better way is to wash it. Start the next step.
How do you wash it?
It cannot be agitated, so I got a washing machine, which I'm gonna fill up with hot water. It doesn't. You don't need as much hot as
For the white.
wool. And when you take the wool out of the sheet,
Oh, I see.
it's got lanolin.
Yeah.
As alpaca doesn't have any. So it's the only animal actually you could go right up to the carder and spin it. You can spin it as raw.
Right.
You don't need to wash it, but it's easier. You get a final product
Okay.
even better. And after it's washed, it's air dry on the rack. And after it's carded with the carder.
What's a carder?
A carder, it's
Is it like a comb?
yeah. You got 120. I got 120 pin in a square inch.
Oh, that's very fine.
Yes, it is because alpaca is very fine.
Okay.
And the wool, you're gonna take a 90. It's gonna be fine.
Okay.
You don't need to go to 120. That process up to the quarter. It doesn't matter if you do felt. It doesn't matter if you want to do wool. It doesn't matter if you want to do anything. You gotta get to the carder to do a product.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
And so at that point, you just gotta sort of analyze the fiber and see what texture it's got.
Yep.
So sometimes it's gonna be better doing, I don't know, felt, because if you in a 2 and a 3, or you want to do, ¿cómo se dice?
And that's why you grate it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess number 3 maybe is made into felt.
No, well, it could.
It depends on being an animal.
Oh, okay.
It depends. It depends.
All
Or
right.
it could be a carpet. It could be because I got looms.
Oh.
So it depends. Sometimes I'm going to do carpet yarn,
Right.
or it's going to be socks yarn. It's going to be, I don't know, slippers. Anything which is very soft going to go beside the face.
Right.
And, or less after
Socks,
whatever.
for instance.
Socks is 2 and 3 is going to be fine.
Oh, I see.
Because you're going to spin it a little bit faster and it's going to be more twisted
Okay.
as compared
At what point do you dye it?
after it's washed.
After it's washed?
Yeah.
Got it.
After, yeah. Because any on the skin, so you don't want any dirt because your dye is going to be not going to be even.
Okay.
Hi again. So that was an interesting tour of that shearing session at the barn. As I mentioned before, payday is after shearing, and Lorraine, as you saw, the woman that was there, she buys a portion of Renee's fiber. So online you can see there's a whole bunch of manufacturers now in Canada who process it, and they can knit it into very fine garments, even long underwear, for instance. So there's a market out there for alpaca fiber. There's also the idea of combining it with agritourism. I mean, inviting people to your farm. I saw an online little show of this woman in Prince Edward Island had a shop on her farm, a little store where people could buy the alpaca products that she knits or prepares somehow or weaves into rugs, and it was quite interesting. So it's an interesting business. Alpaca fiber is luxury fiber. There's all kinds of great things about it that other kinds of fiber like wool doesn't have. So anyway, thanks for joining, and come back again.